So I forgot. Thank you. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Global Business Social. This is a get together we have every Sunday night, and we're really happy that you joined us. My name is Patty Whiteeye, and I'm here with Robin Brown and with our very special guest tonight, Norma-Jean. And before we get started and before I give her a proper introduction, just let me tell you how to get in on the draw, because I know that most of you know there is a draw for our guest tonight. So what I want you to do is go down to the chat. It's at the bottom on your phone or at the bottom of your computer screen, and find it there, and then put your first and last name in. And if you like, let us know who invited you. That would be nice too. And we do the draw right on the call, so you will know tonight if you are a winner. And I just want to give a really special warm welcome to Norma-Jean Chapman. She is our guest tonight, and the first time I met Norma-Jean was almost 2 years ago. Is that the only time? I don't remember. It might be the only time we've actually met in person was in Windsor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Norma-Jean was sharing her story, and I was just I was blown away by how down to earth she is, and how relatable and fun and funny and just amazing. So she's a mama. She is former insurance industry and retired from that. And she is just doing so well in this business, you guys. I just can't wait for her to share. So I'm going to turn it over to her, and take it away, girl.
Thank you so much, Patty. It was so funny because I feel like I've known you for longer, because I felt like the first time we met, we just connected instantly. That's one of the things that I love about what we do in this business. I feel like no matter where you are, if you meet somebody who does what we do, and especially who's in this company, it's like an instant kinship, an instant connection. We know all the same people. We're all connected. It's such an amazing community. I don't know if you remember, but I had taken an 8-hour train ride to get there. I don't know if you remember me talking about that. It was like the worst decision I think I've ever made. But that's fine. Hey, we live and we learn. Won't be any time that I'm taking the train anytime soon. But you guys, thank you so much for inviting me, Patty. I feel honored that you thought of me to come on here. So I'm so excited to chat with you guys all, especially on the Super Bowl Sunday. I'll be your halftime show. So you guys, I'm pretty excited to share. I love what I do. I love this company. I love the community. I love that with everything that's going on in the world, we're still able to connect. Even though it's virtually, we're still able to connect and, share stories and encourage each other and motivate each other and lift each other up. So thank you guys so much for showing up to this. If you're a market partner and if you're a guest, thank you guys so much for taking the time to join us. I'm happy to ask questions towards the end if anybody has any questions for me. I guess I'll just talk to you guys about kind of how I got started in this. I was the type of person, before, I started money, I was selling insurance, woo, home and auto insurance, just a really fulfilling career. I enjoyed it. I get to talk to people. That's what I like to do. I'm a maritimer. I'm from East Coast of Canada. I'll talk to anybody. So that's what I got to do. I got to sell people home and auto insurance, but it wasn't the type of career that got me up in the morning like, wow, I'm so excited to fulfill my life of selling insurance. And then I started having kiddos, and I had my first son, went back to work, and then, well, I only have one son. So I had my first child, went to work, back to work, and then had my daughter. And when I was on maternity leave with her, so I'm in Canada, so we have 12 months of maternity leave. It was about halfway through, and we started to have those conversations, my husband and I, kind of like what we're going to do when I go back to work, because daycare is really expensive in Ontario. And so while I did well selling insurance, I didn't do amazingly well that it would kind of offset all of the costs. So the conversation of whether or not it made sense for me to return to work started to happen. And so I was kind of looking around, looking at different things, but when you have a 5-month-old and a 2-year-old, you don't have much time to think about anything. You're just running around by the seat of your pants, and my kids didn't sleep. And so that was my life, but we made do. And then one of my girlfriends started posting about this amazing shampoo product that she was loving. And I went to high school with her, hadn't seen her in about 10 years. And something really intrigued me about her posts. I have lots of friends and people on social media who aren't my friends, but will post about the products that they sell. And, you're seeing them talk about pots and pans or about spices or about jewelry or about makeup. And none of it appealed to me. And I'll be truthfully honest with you guys. I didn't really know a whole lot about direct sales. I didn't understand the industry. I had a lot of preconceived notions. I guess there's a stigma that I felt. And I was that person who was not supportive of my friends that were selling products. I wasn't liking on their stuff. I was, in the background rolling my eyes. And, I didn't understand. I didn't think anybody made any money. I didn't think the products were comparable to what you could find in a store. I just didn't know any better. And so I had never really thought about doing network marketing or direct sales. I had never done it before. But something about the way that my friend was talking about these amazing products, she was suffering from not postpartum hair loss, but um, female pattern baldness. And, I've known this girl since high school. We used to sell clothing together. I didn't know that this was something that she was dealing with. And I was so blown away by how open and honest she was with the world about something that would be so, it's nothing to be ashamed of, but it's not something that she necessarily want to shout to the rooftops about. But she loved these products and was really seeing great results from them. And she talked about her commissions and how, she used them to go for a pedicure. She took a picture, like, oh, spending my commissions, and she took her kids for Lego. And something about that clicked to me. One, because I was like, well, these products work. And two, she's making enough money that she can go get a pedicure. And you know what? Like, I could use one too. I could use one too. And also, I want to take my kids to go buy Lego. At this time, I was having some income come in from, what you get when you're on maternity leave, but it wasn't a lot. It wasn't enough that I could just run out and go get a pedicure or, go get Lego. And my husband and I joke, I'm allergic to budgeting. I get hives thinking about it. So I, cutting everything out was hard. So we were trying to figure out basically what would work. And seeing her be able to purchase these things for herself with her own money appealed to me. So I was probably the easiest sign up ever, you guys. It was like, okay, you think these products are going to be good? Great. What appealed to me about this company, about the products, I didn't really know a whole lot, but I didn't want to deliver anything. That was one thing that really stuck out to me because I had girlfriends who were selling other products and they would tell me all that was involved. And I like, it was a lot. Like, I didn't want to load my kids in the car and go truck around all over town. Like, my daughter was 6 months old. She didn't do very well in the car for very long. So to go and drop off products to people and to sort through orders and to do all these things, it just seemed like too much. And so when she told me how simple this business was, you make product recommendations, you share something that you love, you help them figure out the best products, and then you direct them to a website, your professionally branded website, and then the company ships all of the products for you. I was waiting for the catch up to what was making it not fantastic, but it was that simple. And that's what appealed to me the most. It's the fact that I could work this business, I could still be present with my kids. I didn't have to hire a babysitter, so I could run off and go host parties and go talk to this person and go to that person or drop off inventory. I could literally do this business from my phone. And that's what I did when my kids were sleeping, when they were napping, if my husband could take them for an hour on the weekend. I was able to work my business and I became just obsessed with it. And what I loved the most, and it's something that I didn't realize that I needed until I started to feel that fulfillment from it, was to have my own thing, my own business, my own identity outside of motherhood. I love being a mom. Like, I love my kids. They drive me crazy a lot of the time, but I still love them. And motherhood can be hard and it can feel isolating and it can feel overwhelming at times. And you lose a lot of yourself, who you are, your life times, because, you get overwhelmed by a lot. And so when I started to do money, I felt this sense of community, which is something I never even in a million years thought was something that you would have. Like, I've met some of the most amazing people that I never would have met had I not started something like this. Like, some of my best friends that I talk to every single day are all over North America, and I never would have met them had I not joined a company like this. but also it was this sense of identity. So, when I started to do this business, I was able to earn a trip really quickly. I didn't even know I was earning a trip until one day someone said, "Oh, by the way, you qualified, you know, your first month towards Vegas." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even know I could earn Vegas, but here I go." And so I just jumped on it and I kept putting everything I had into it. I loved these products. I loved sharing these products. My friends and my family and people who were watching me on social media, they were really enjoying these products. So I was so excited. What I loved about the products the most was that they were safe. At that time, I had started to kind of switch over our household cleaning products, being more concerned of food that we were eating. I wanted more non-toxic um, products in our home. And so I didn't even realize that shampoo was toxic. I had no idea. So, learning about these products, learning that they were safe, that they were non-toxic, that they were vegan, that they were cruelty-free, that was a huge one for me. I have a little wiener dog. He's like 13. He's old and very grumpy, and he's usually sitting beside me crying for treats. That's all he does all day. So I wanted something that was safe. And so, that was something that really appealed to me. I didn't want to be promoting a product unless I knew that I could stand behind it and feel secure in what I was promoting. And so the ease of business, not having to do have any inventory, the fact that the products were amazing was perfect. And as my business started to take off, it was such a whirlwind because I really had no idea what I was doing, but I was having fun and I was enjoying these products. And so it all kind of started to come together for me, was the community, the fact that, as a mom, I was in this business for, I think it was 7 months when I was able to go on my first trip. When you've been at home with kids for like a year straight, up all night at all hours of the night, and to be able to go on a vacation that was fully paid for by my company, to meet all these amazing humans that I had just gotten the pleasure to start working with, and to be inspired by them and be spoiled for 3 nights in Las Vegas was so amazing. And so to be able to work for these trips that anybody can work for, like I said, I had just started, didn't even know I was earning a trip, and here I go. So really anybody can do this. The community, the trips, the recognition, like being celebrated by people I didn't even know were shouting me out. And that was, I worked in insurance for a long time. I did not get that same recognition at all. So to feel that recognition, to feel that pride in something that I was, creating my own business, my own thing that was for me outside of being a mom was amazing. And the fact that doing that business, within 5 months, I was able to tell my manager that I wasn't going to be returning to sell insurance because I was making like double selling shampoo than I would have been selling insurance. But I was able to do that while I was home with my kids. So, I got to be there for everything. I got to be a part of it for all of the firsts. And that was really, really important to me. Like, trust me, I still had days where I had a babysitter come in sometimes for my own sanity, but I had the choice to do that. That was never something that I was able to do before. So, this business can be so many things, but to have the freedom to make choices for my family was probably one of the most amazing things. To be able to go for a vacation or be able to do the renovations in your home or to be able to just make choices for your family based on what is important and what is needed for you guys, not based on what our time restraints and budget was at the time. The compensation plan, you guys, for doing something like this, sometimes I feel almost bad because I get to do Zooms like this where you're meeting with your community and your friends and you're talking about business, you're talking about products and how you can help each other and how you can promote these products. And it's a business that you enjoy doing and you're compensated well. And when I said before, I didn't understand that people actually can earn an income doing this, I had no idea. I had no idea until I started to see other leaders start to succeed. And I said, wait a second, there's no reason why they can do this and I can't do this. And that's what I love about this. Literally anybody can do this. Doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter if you're shy or you are introverted. It doesn't matter. You're making recommendations. And that's what we do. We make recommendations all of the time. If you had a coffee that you liked somewhere, if you went to a restaurant that you liked, I watched a movie on the weekend and I like shouted it out for all to hear because I liked it. Netflix is not paying me a cent for me to talk about it, but I wanted to share. So now I can make recommendations about a product I love, about a business that I love, and I can make a compensation from it. And you guys, they pay so well. And it's, you know, it's been such a blessing for my family. One thing that I forgot to say is when I first started this, or when I first started chatting with you guys tonight, I mentioned that I'm from the East Coast. Um, so being from the East Coast, that's where all my whole family is. My husband's parents are there, my parents are there, my children's grandparents, cousins, everybody is there. So, you know, to be able to make, you know, vacations a possibility, you know, we could just pack up and go. I've got the time freedom to do that. We got the financial freedom to do that. And because of this business, because what it has provided for my family, it's me home full time with my kiddos. And this past summer, we actually just purchased a second residence on the beach in New Brunswick, right near like 20 minutes from all of our grandparents. So we're able to go home in the summers. I do this full time, so we can go whenever we feel like it. Right now with COVID, it's a little bit trickier with all the different type of regulations, but we can still go. And that's been the biggest thing for me is the freedom to be able to make those decisions for a family that make the most sense for us. And that was to be able to have a base that was closer to home, closer to our family, and the ability to do that. Because without money, you guys, that wouldn't have been a possibility for us. So it's been such a blessing. So thank you guys for listening to me for probably longer than I was supposed to talk. Story of my life. But I appreciate you taking the time to listen. And if you're a guest on this and you're thinking, man, this is something that I'd like to do, listen to that voice in your head that's telling you to do this. It's such an important thing to do. Sometimes when you feel scared, just jump, because if you don't, then you're just going to be in the exact same place as you were before and nothing's going to change. So thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that was so awesome. I'm so glad that you told us about your new place, because I was thinking about how wonderful it was to see you post about it, because family is so important. And for you guys to be able to get that dream, what a feeling, what a sense of accomplishment. And that's just so amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's awesome. Okay, I know you just said don't be scared, but let me ask you one specific question about that, because that kind of leads into what I was going to ask you. Um, First of all, before I say my question, you guys, if you hopped on a little bit late, can you, if you are a guest and you want to get your name in the draw, can you put your first and last name in the chat, please? The chat is at the bottom. So if you're on your phone, look at the bottom, or on your computer, and you should be able to find it. Because we're going to do the draw right after this. Okay, so for somebody who's been thinking about this, but they're feeling very unsure of being able to do, like, I remember when I started, I had less than 300 friends on Facebook. I had never had anything on Instagram. I remember my brother actually unfriended me on Facebook because he hated, all I used to do was just post updates of, oh, I love my kids. Oh, and like no pictures, nothing. It would just be a one set. I had no clue what I was doing. So if somebody's feeling like, yeah, I'd really like to do this, but I just don't think I have the skills, I don't know what to do, what would you say to them?
Everything is here for you. Everything is here. There's training, there's support, so much free training by amazing leaders that have put together training for us based on experience. So anything that you'd want to learn, you can learn, and you have a whole community of people around you to help support you. It's amazing.
It's so true. It's so true. Like, you can literally start earning money before you know anything. That's how much support there is, because your upline, your people, the people who sponsor you will literally do the work with you to show you and teach you and do it at the same time. So awesome. Well, thank you so much, Norma-Jean. We really appreciate you being here. And we're going to get the draw ready. Let's see if Robin, are you ready, Robin, or do you need a few more minutes?
No, I'm ready if everybody has put their name.
Can I ask one question? Is that okay?
Of course. Always.
Sorry, and I loved hearing from you, Norma, and I just wanted to ask you, because I think it's so important for people to realize what happens. Well, how has this business changed you as a person?
Oh my gosh, my self-confidence has absolutely improved. Like I'm still a very confident person, but when I started to do this business, I was not the same person that I am right now. I felt like I had lost my identity, lost what made me me, what made me shine. And so to have that belief in myself, if that makes any sense, is huge. It's huge. And this opportunity was something that allowed me to kind of step into that role for myself. And I think it's made me a better mom, and I think it's made me a better wife, a better friend. Because when you feel good about yourself and you feel confident about who you are and what you have to offer, I think you're unstoppable.
That's a great answer. Thanks.
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if-
We're drawing for a 30-second miracle, and do you remember what it was? I think it's a rewind. Hold on. I'm going to double check, you guys. Draw for the 30-second miracle and I'll look it up.
okay, all right. So I have put everybody's name into, oh, see radiance, Brandy says. Put everybody's name into a wheel. I'm going to shuffle it a couple of times and tap to spin. Julie Berardi. Okay, so
I'm sorry, can you spell the last name for me? Because I can't see it.
oh,
Oh, you already got rid of it? Never mind.
Yeah.
I got it. I see it on here. It's good.
all right. It's in the chat.
Congratulations, Julie. Okay, C Radiance is next.
Okay, see radiance. I am going to shuffle a couple more times and spin. Tracy Perks Whitson. Congratulations.
Okay, good job. All right, congratulations, everybody. I want to say thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you taking time out of your Super Bowl Sunday, and we welcome you to come back next week. We always have wonderful guests, and you're welcome to join us. And thank you, Norma-Jean, for being here, and appreciate you guys. Have a nice night. Make sure, I should say, make sure you get back with the market partner who brought you here if you have questions.